Alright, what's up guys? So I got a cigarette review and I'm gonna do a request at the same time. So I'm gonna review Marlboro Blue Menthol 100s. So let's look at the pack. It looks like the pack's kind of plain. It's nothing really special in my opinion. It's got the blue menthol wording on here. Smooth, cool menthol flavor. We'll see if it's actually like that. The warning label right here causes lung cancer, all that stuff, you know. But let's get this a peck here. So. All right, throw the wrapper down for that guy that wants me to throw the wrapper down. Yeah, I guess we'll check out this part of the pack. It's got blue on there. Looks pretty nice. Let's I think I reviewed this on my old channel also. I kind of forget what it like tastes like. But let's smell it real quick. I didn't pack it that good. You see that? It needs to go all the way out so you can see the tobacco. But let's smell this. Yeah, it smells like a good menthol right here. It looks like a filter from like Newport Light 100s too, the dots and everything. Dry pop. Yeah, you could taste it a little bit, the menthol. Looks okay. Smoke real quick. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little different than the Newport Light 100. Obviously, not as strong as the Newport 100s. You know, the Newport 100s are way stronger than this. But let's give this an inhale. Yeah, it's stronger than the Newport Light, let's say. You can taste it a little better on there. Let's give it a body and see what that's like. Yeah, it's got a strong body to it. I like this better than the Newport 100 lights. I don't know what I rate this on my old channel, but I'm gonna rate this a 3.5. It's a little better than a Newport Light 100. Looks like it doesn't burn super fast, but looks like you can leave it out there and it won't like ash out like that, like a Newport Short or like a Newport 100. So yeah, it's a decent cigarette though. If you guys are into menthols. I think the Marlboro Blue 100 menthols are good. Right there. They're pretty decent. So I guess we'll talk about the video request. My bad guys. I forgot who requested me this one. I had to look it up. It's from Portality, and he wants me to talk about compare your living situation now when you lived with your dad. So I mean, right now I'm homeless. I've been sleeping in my car, which I would do here and there, and then I would sleep at the Motel 6 that you guys are seeing right behind me. And it's rough, I'll say, being homeless. It's like the first week I stayed at a Holiday Inn, and I was out of it. I was very depressed, and I didn't know what to do because I thought I was going to be helping my dad with his business. I was getting ready to save for a truck, and I was actually going to buy one this year, you know? but it didn't turn out how I want it to be. So now I'm being homeless right now, and I'm trying to find a place to live very soon. Hopefully in a week and a half I can fucking live somewhere. But I'll say it's tough living in the car because it's very hot out in the summer, and you can sweat in there, and like I'll be like sleeping in the driver's seat, and it'd be hard to move around, you know, at times. And I would be going to the cemetery to charge my phone up so I can get my alarm going, and I would wake up at a certain time, and I would get food at the grocery store, or I would get like fast food or something, and then I would go to the gym, work out, and then I would get a shower, you know. And then there's times where I'm not feeling sleeping in the car, so I would sleep in the motel, and the motels are okay here. I mean, you guys see it in the videos. There's ones where I'm not in a smoking room. Then there's ones I'm in a smoking room, you know. The beds are kind of comfy. The mattress is kind of hard, but I'm able to sleep in it way better than the car, you know. I'll say living with my dad, I'm able to save money when I was working with him, and I had a bed to sleep, which was good, and stuff like that. But at least like me being homeless, I don't have to deal with his anger and his uptight attitude, and I guess I don't have to work with him, you know, even though I was getting paid decent with him and doing all this landscape labor, like planting these rose bushes, you know, for example. Because he's just a hard person to live with, you know. I was living rent free, but he's just hard to talk to, you know. Sometimes I would go in the house, I want to be alone, you know. And there's just times where I was very depressed at the house for like a month, and he just didn't really recognize it. I don't know, he just doesn't know how to handle it well. But that's a good thing. Wow, I guess I'm homeless, so I can be independent in a way, and I don't have to deal with my dad screaming at me and shit, and his girlfriend fighting over politics every morning, which is good. But yeah, I don't want to be homeless for longer than now. Like, I want to try to get a place. I'm trying to see if I can move out of state, mostly, because yeah, it's cheaper than other places, Pennsylvania, but I would like to move like far away and like restart my life, you know, something new. Even though no matter where I live at, I'm gonna be struggling in a way, but hopefully I would feel more better and more content and stuff like that, you know. I guess while I'm homeless, I have like a lot more self-reflection too, like with my problems from the past, and try to find ways to get better with my weaknesses, I guess, you know. So that's something there. But yeah, it's tough sleeping in the car, though, I'll say. And I would have to park somewhere in the cemetery during the week where the groundskeepers wouldn't find me, but they would find me anyways because I would wake up late. And this one time I woke up, one of my ex-coworkers, he's kind of like a supervisor. He saw me, and he like pointed, he was like smiling at me. I was like, fuck, you know, I had to move out somewhere. So that's what sucks about sleeping at the cemetery with the car. I witnessed some of these people that I used to work with, because I used to work at this cemetery over there for like 2 years, basically. So that's the tough part there. The weather in the car and all that. But I never had that much issues with this motel. The motel's pretty nice, so it's not bad or anything like that. So I'm able to have a fridge, a microwave, and all that stuff. So that's pretty good there. Trying to think anything else with this. But I mean, I lived on my own before when I was in college. Like, that kind of doesn't count, so I wasn't paying bills and stuff. My dad kind of co-signed the loan for me to go. I was living with roommates, and I lived on my own last year with roommates. I was paying bills and rent and all that. That was difficult, you know, living with those difficult roommates. But hopefully, maybe I can possibly get a studio if I move to a different state or something that I can afford, or possibly just live with roommates again, you know, wherever I live at. But I guess what's good now is I'm alone. I can be more independent and stuff like that, basically. So, trying to think of anything else. I think that might be it, but I'll catch you guys later.